Greetings, Cyberdogs and citizens of the interbubs. This is ReNDoG coming at you in another episode of Minecraft Survival from the Hermitcraft server. It's another glorious morning on the Hermitcraft server, guys, and it looks like some shenanigans are afoot. No idea what the MJ and the ZD are up to over here, but very curious indeed. We're kicking things off this morning here in the brand new scarified entrance to the Hermitcraft Stock Exchange. Isn't this place looking amazing, guys? My goodness, man. We briefly looked at this last episode, and this is the work that Scar has done to the front of Doc and I Stock Exchange, and it is just magnificent, man. Loving all of this lawn action, a little bit of a water fountain in the center, and Scar has told me that he is actually not even finished with this here project. Still a little bit of work to do. There is something that I need to do right away, though, before I forget. I mentioned this in the last episode. I was here the other day, a creeper exploded, and I damaged a little bit of the area here. So let me just fix this while we are together on camera. There we go. Now I can put my OCD to rest. Beautiful. No idea what is going on here, my dudes. Jeez. There is some weird stuff happening on the server today. Oh, man. Anyway, we have got some exciting things to do today, guys. I am going to be working a little bit more on the office in the stock exchange that we started last episode. But before we do that, I would like to check in to Big Logs Incorporated. For the last couple of weeks, we've been taking a little bit of an economic war against the con butts over here, or more specifically against the butt barge, which has been trying to undercut us here on the Hermitcraft server in the log business. Just want to make sure that there's been no restocking. It looks like the diamonds that I bought all the logs with have definitely been taken, and it looks like no restocking has happened, which is great news for our business. That means we are currently the only place available online where hermits can buy their wood, and hopefully that has resulted in a few sales for this week. It's almost the end of another week on the Hermitcraft server. Shall we quickly pop our heads in here, see if we've actually made any sales? Nothing on the spruce, little bit, ooh, hello, a little bit on the dark oak wood, very good, and that is about it looks like it. Okay, oh man, all right, well, at least we got a few sales in, 6 diamonds in the belly, very good. Looks like our strategy might be working, and I'm going to blame demand rather than supply on our low sales for this week, guys. Clearly, there are no hermits out there that need wood this week, but they will in the future. Everybody needs wood in Minecraft, if you know what I'm saying. Now, as I mentioned in the previous episode, Doc M and I are very keen to get our stock exchange project up and running by the end of this weekend, which is literally in a couple of days. So we've got quite a lot of work still to do on the office to get it up and running. However, before we do that, my dudes, I would like to dedicate the start of my episode to my Hermitcraft Season 6 neighbor, the false Symmetry. She's been traveling, and she's back on the server, which is super exciting. And there's a couple of false Symmetry projects that I would like to show you guys, because she's one of my favorite builders on the server. And, well, we've been spending so much time away from Falsey's area that we haven't really had a chance to look at some of her builds. So let's take a moment to take a look at some of the things that Falsey's been up to. Firstly, we traveled past this area when we were laying down the railway line for the HRN. There was a spoiler wall over it. I had no idea what it is, and it turns out it is a magnificent piratey home created by false Symmetry, and I saw it this morning as I was flying over, and I was like, I recognize that build style. That's definitely a Falsey build. Loving the armor stands over here. We've got a couple pirates doing their work on the outside, and it's just a very, very nice build. I love it, man. I love all the detail. I love all the depth. You know, False is really good at creating depth in builds. I always try and learn stuff from her, the way that she builds stuff in Minecraft. And man, this is a lovely little building. Let's see if we can get all the way up to the top here also. Got multiple levels up here. We got some beautiful block variation. We got skeletons working on their pirate loot stashes and whatnot. And I think the interior is kind of empty at the moment. But yeah, it looks like Falsey's still doing some work here. But yeah, we got a pirate staring out the window over here. Very nice. I do love this build. I especially like the block palette. I think it's a great use of some of the new bark dark texture here. And I love the little flag and everything. Very nice. Very, very nice indeed. I feel like the Pirate District needs a little bit more love on the Hermitcraft server. We got a couple really cool things happening around here. I don't want to spoil too much, though. I think there might be some work being done back there. But I think all of us Hermits need to give that Pirate District a little bit of love. Now, speaking of pirates, I would go amiss to say that there is now a giant tentacle beast coming out of False Symmetry's beautiful fantasy district build over here. And what could be more piratey than a giant octopus, am I right? Or I guess a squid trying to eat your boat. This was, I guess, a self-prank that Falsey did on herself, which is kind of weird. But I think it is absolutely awesome, man. Look at these massive octopi tentacles coming out of the center of her build here. I think they look so awesome. They even have little sucker pads on them, which is cool. And I like the color palette for this particular octopus also, right? It's a bit of an orange and yellow octopus. I guess it's like a self-Halloween prank. And this has got to be one of the first times in Hermitcraft history where a hermit has pranked themselves, right? Very, very strange, man. But I do love it. I do love how those tentacles are coming out of there. And it's basically the perfect build on the server for a giant octopus, right? I can't think of any better position for the octopi. So nice work, Falsey, on the self-prankage. Very weird, but very cool. I like it a lot. Oh, isn't that cute? But it's wrong! So it's been a pretty interesting week for Minecraft the game, my fellow miners and crafters, as Good Times with Scar would say. And for those of you guys who have been following the Minecraft news, you will know that a couple of new textures got released for the game this week, and it's kind of got the whole Minecraft community split in twain. Some people love the new textures, some people hate the new textures. Even us Hermits have been discussing the textures quite furiously in our own Discord channels and stuff, and it's been kind of interesting to see the reaction from everybody. Basically, we have got some pretty fancy and exciting new textures coming over the next few weeks or so, or at least I would say for the Village and Pillage update. I don't actually know when Mojang is going to release the textures for the public. Currently, as you guys know, we are using the new textures here on the Hermitcraft server, but this is kind of like a custom texture pack. It's not necessarily the official new texture pack for 1.13, so I don't really know when the new textures are going to come. But they have been working pretty hard on those textures for the last few months or so. And whenever they release new textures on Twitter or something, or they show the world new ideas, the whole Minecraft world goes absolutely nuts. And people freak out. And there's people hate it. People love it. I don't know, man. I personally have grown to love some of the new textures a lot, especially the new plank textures. I think they look absolutely gorgeous, and you know that can be showcased right here in the office that we're working on. I think the new color of the dark oak wood, like planks in particular, is really amazing. I really hope that the release textures just are this and they don't change it at all. Although I think there are some changes to the plank textures though this week, which is kind of concerning to me. Anyway, go check that out if you're interested, and hopefully we will get to a point where everybody who loves Minecraft and everybody who plays Minecraft is happy with the final texture releases. Of course, there will be people that will hate the new textures and people that will love the new textures, but hey, that's just how Minecraft is. That's how Minecraft has been ever since it was released. There's so much passion around this game that whenever anything gets changed, there's definitely, you know, you have no idea like how the community is going to respond. And generally the community responds both negatively and positively to anything that happens in this game. But to me, that just shows that Minecraft is a game that people really love and there's a lot of passion behind it. So I guess it's not too much of a bad thing. Anyway, interested to see what you guys have to say about the new textures that have just been released, man. Let me know in the comment section below if you have anything to say about it. If you don't, that's also fine. No problem. It's all good, man. Not everybody cares about the new textures. Some people just want to play Minecraft and play some blocks, right? Not have to worry about any of that jazz. Anyway, take a look, guys. We've been working pretty hard here on the office. Last episode, we got pretty far, and it took me quite a long time. I decided to take a little bit of a break in the last episode, and we worked a bit on the HRN Grand Central. But I want to get back to it today. And it looks like I don't have my crafting table. There it is. I want to get back to making this office today, see if we can actually finish this bad boy off. We should have enough quartz to get this done, I think. It depends how much detail we actually stick into the roof, which is what I want to get going on with you guys today. Although it is nighttime right now, which is worrying me. I know some of the hermits are still hunting phantoms. Looks like Grian's on 754 phantoms killed so far. I don't think that is the record, though. I think Zombie Cleo might be over 1,000 phantoms killed right now, which is pretty insane. I kind of gave up on the phantom race very early on because, let's face it, guys, I'm not going to be able to kill that many phantoms. I can barely keep myself alive in this game at the best of times. So it seemed like a competition that I would gracefully bow out from day one. I think I've killed one or two. I've killed 2 phantoms. Nice. Hey, maybe we'll get a phantom kill today while we're working on the stock exchange project here. Anyway, the interior is almost done over here. Just needed to add a few more stair details to the bottom and the top of our beautiful window things here, right? That looks pretty sweet. And I guess we need to add a few more at the back here. But it's this roof that I'm particularly keen to get sorted today, guys. I've got plans. I think I know how to do this. And the idea is to make this roof look pretty much exactly like the roof is on the other side of the Hermitcraft Stock Exchange. So to make it look like the entrance of it. And to do that, we're going to need a bunch of quartz slabbages. So why don't we get started on that? I suppose I'll just turn an entire stack of quartz blocks into slabs. I kind of want to preserve my quartz though, right? Because this stuff is expensive and we need still quite a lot of it to finish off this project. Although it looks like we might have enough to actually finish this. I don't know though. I never know with quartz. I never know if I have enough quartz or not. Let's get all the way up here. And what I started to do here was just work on a little bit of a white concrete lining. This is how we did it on the other side too. This is going to be like the sort of back palette for us to work on. And hopefully we can figure something out that's pretty simple here for the roof design. And basically what I'd like to do is get some sort of a triangular roof, like a Roman Greco triangle roof over here. So I guess we've got to make sure that we're high enough to achieve that. And maybe we should go up one more block here with the white concrete, and then we can take it from there. I suppose that might be high enough. It might be a little bit too high. Let's have a look. If we're in the center over here, right, and if the top of our triangle roof is going to be there, then we're going to come down one block at a time, right? So 1/2 slab at a time. Nope, that's cute, but that is wrong. Hold on, let's try another one over here. There, and then there. Yeah, there we go. This might be a little bit too flat of a gradient, though, for a triangle roof. Let's have a look at that. That actually might look pretty cool, actually, if we finished it off, right? So let's add like a little bit more backing here of white concrete, see if we can get that roof to go all the way down. But yeah, that might not be steep enough of a roof design. That's going to go all the way out to there, which is actually kind of perfect. 2 blocks away from the pillars that are holding up the walls of our office. You know what, guys? That actually might work out pretty good. Let's have a look from here and have... Yeah, it's maybe a little bit too flat of a gradient, right? Like it looks a little bit weird, honestly. Welcome back, everybody, to the now completed office of ReNDoG and assistant to the regional manager, Jevon. I may have got a little bit carried away off camera, guys. The office of the Hermitcraft Stock Exchange staff is now complete. And, well, the reason that it is now complete is because it's the next day in real life. You see, at the end of the last segment of recording, I actually ran out of quartz, which was actually kind of annoying, man. I was kind of in the zone yesterday, working on the office building here. Had to go spend a couple hours in the nether, and after that experience, having almost died a couple of times down there, I took a bit of a break, and by the time I came back to recording, it was like 9 p.m. at night. So I just finished off the building off camera, and it is now the next day, as I said, and well, the office is looking absolutely amazing. I want to show you guys exactly what I've done over here. Shall we actually use an ender pearl over here, try be a professional Minecrafter? Let's start all the way up on the roof. Well, I wanted to start on the roof, but apparently my ender pearling skills suck. Let's do a bit of a pillar action over here. I've created this kind of space in the roof here to sort of emulate a Greek or Roman building, I suppose. And I think it turned out really nicely, man. All we did was we made that sort of triangle-shaped roof, and then on the inside we added another layer of slabs here to create this sort of internal area of the roof. And I think that creates like some really nice depth. I also like seeing these pillars coming through, right? These support beams from the ground. I really like seeing those come through the roof. And we've also got a little bit of chiseled here in the center of this, just to add a bit of detail into that structure. I also added a bunch of detail outside here too, so we've added a layer of stairs on the bottom and the top of the giant windows that we have here, and I increased the sort of width of the little platform over here by a block or two too, so that the building didn't look like it was floating in mid frickin' air. So the outside's looking really, really nice, man. I really like how the stairs connect to the little bit of roof up there. I think that looks super jazz-tastic, baby. And the inside is also looking amazing. There's one last thing that I would like to do in here, though, before we move on to the next part of today's episode. I wanted to try do an interior in here, but I think we'll leave that maybe for off-camera or for stream or something. But take a look at the interior, guys. It has turned out really, really nicely. I sort of really like how this triangular roof has created a bunch of depth at the very top of this this particular building. And I added this little bit of detail here, this chiseled quartz line running all the way through. I was thinking about maybe adding a couple of maybe like a chandelier or something hanging from here. That could be pretty sweet. But I really love how the triangle roof has created these little bits of depth in the corners over there. Now, there's one thing that I would like to get up there, though. Let's get some black stained glass panes. I think that will work out quite nicely. Take a look at this. I want to add a little bit of detail into the lining of our roof. And I thought that what could be kind of interesting is because we've got these lights up here right above the windows, maybe we could try and emphasize that with some black stained glass panes. Oh my goodness, I always struggle saying that in Minecraft, man. Maybe we could add like a balcony of glass, like all the way around here, to add a little bit more detail, a little bit more. Oops, that's definitely not the right block level there. Just to add a little bit more detail into the build. Oh, hang on, we won't be able to do it on that side because of the slabs. Yeah, we got slabs over here to stop spawns, right? But I suppose if we're going to be adding glass panes, then I can get rid of the slabs. Yeah, that actually works quite nicely. I didn't really like those slabs there anyway. But yeah, you know, just to add a little bit of a different color into the build right now, something that sort of contrasts with the amazing amount of white that we've got going on over here in this build. After all that being said, though, guys, I actually don't really like those glass panes up there. I think they look a little bit janktastic. Hold on, I need a sip of some coffee over here, man. Maybe get my brain fired up a bit. Here we go. I think it adds a little bit too much mess into the design palette here. And maybe if these glass panes were white glass panes, it might work better. Yep, that's all it took, guys. A little bit of coffee directly into the face. And once again, the brain is firing on full freaking cylinders, baby. Definitely went a little bit OTT on the black glass painage in that last segment, and it was looking way too messy because it was just way too much, right? And that's often a mistake that we make in Minecraft, is we have an idea and then we just go over the top with it, and it can very quickly ruin a build. Check it out. Instead of all that black stained glass painage all over the show, I've now replaced it with white stained glass panes. gotta say it slowly so I can actually get it out of the mouth. And I've only added the white stained glass panes where there is a light source, right? Let me clean up all of these blocks over here and I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. And I think this has actually turned out pretty good. I also spotted a couple things that I needed to finish at the very top there while I was doing this. So a little bit of a bonus extra. But yeah, that's the great thing about Minecraft, right, guys? You can try something. If you don't like it, you just take it down and try something else, man. It's one of the things I love most about this game, is how flexible and how elastic it is, man. It's pretty awesome. Anyway, let's get up here and have a look. So check it out. I've only added the white stained glass panes where there is a light source, or a neon light, so to speak. And I think that really, really helps. Taking the glass panes around the column over here, it just adds so many more pixels up here at the top, right? It just makes the whole place look a lot more messy. I also added a couple more sea lanterns in the corners over there, which were missing before, and I just spotted that now. So That's looking really, really sweet, man. Let's get down here, do one little bit of cleanup, and have a look from down here at what we're cooking with. I think that's going to work out real good. Yeah, look at that. That's awesome. So that glass has just helped to break up a little bit of the flatness up there, added a little bit of a point of interest too, and I think the office has turned out real, real nice, guys. I hope Doc and Javes are going to like it, man. This is where we are going to be counting our diamonds. I mean, trying to figure out how to solve world peace. In the wonderful world of Hermitcraft, dear guys, us hermits have an unwritten rule. That unwritten rule is never stop recording, because you never know what is going to happen. Unfortunately, yesterday, I was not recording. Wow, this skeleton hits hard with that bow, man. I was not recording, and a creeper actually spawned behind me in the office building and blew up a bunch of stuff that I've been working on. I kind of wish that I had recorded it, because it was kind of a derpastic moment. However, what I learned from the experience is that our office actually needs some much better lighting at the moment. We've got a couple of lights and stuff around the place, in the walls and in the pillars and whatnot. However, we are going to need lighting on the floor, because as soon as I take away all the torches and stuff, a whole bunch of bad jazz can happen. And I've actually have 3 arrows in my butt right now, which is kind of hilarious. Anyway, to get this done, guys, I am in Azuma Void's wool shop here. Absolutely love this place, man. It's so sweet. And we're going to buy for ourselves some red wool. I think we'll just need a single stack of red wool, which is this one. No, that's magenta. There's the red wool. Okay, I think it's a diamond for a stack, right? So let's pick ourselves up a stack of red wool. And I love how you actually see the color of the wool when you open the shulker box, right? It like comes out of the water stream. I don't know, I just like that. I think that's a really nice touch. Yeah, 1 stack equals 1 diamond. Not that Azuma planned that or anything. It's just how it turned out in the mechanics of Minecraft, right? Anyway, we're going to make ourselves a bit of a wool carpet in our office, right? A nice red velvet wool carpet. Of course, the only people that are going to be going into that office are the super wealthy, I mean, the super awesome managers of the stock exchange, right? And, well, we need something nice to walk on, a nice, decent carpet to walk on. And, well, look at that, man. Freaking, where have we been? We've been on some sort of a trip into the multiverse. You go into the rainbow, you come out the rainbow, and it's the next day. Very good. 24 hours just disappeared into oblivion. Nice. Anyway, so one final little addition to make here to the office, guys. And what the freak? Who got in here? This is staff only. Oh, man. But anyway, one final addition to make to the office here, guys, to finish this off. And then we can work on, you know, some sort of like interior design, maybe some furniture and stuff. We definitely need a couple of big paintings here, right? Like these executive offices, they always have massive paintings and stuff in them, right? To make them look really fancy and whatnot. But anyway, let me show you what I mean, right? So if I take the torches away, you can actually see here on F3 that the light level goes down to 5 in this position over here, which is pretty bad. I think 5 is the lowest that it gets. Yeah, but at light position 5, this is spawning territory right here. And unfortunately, oops, wrong buttons, these light sources are not doing the trick. So we're going to do this the good old-fashioned way, and I actually picked everything up for a screenshot. So hold on, let me just get myself sorted out here. We're going to do this the good old-fashioned way, right? Let's make ourselves some carpet, if I can remember the recipe. There we go. That should probably not be enough. Let's just make a bunch of carpet. There we go. And we are going to be adding some light sources underneath some carpet sources, because Mojang hasn't really given us a great way to light stuff up in Minecraft just yet. Hopefully one of these days we will get some sort of a way to light stuff up better in Minecraft. You know what I'm thinking, Mojang? How about some sort of a magical sorcery cauldron that can add a light source to any block? That would be pretty cool, right? If we could make any block a light source using some sort of alchemy, that'd be sweet. Yo, Mojang, get on it, my dudes. Oh, man. Anyways, check it out. We're going to do this a good old-fashioned way, guys. Let's just add a couple of light sources like this, right? We can, in fact, probably just do this. We can just go OTT here with the torches. That's fine. This has been an episode of going over the top, so we might as well do it for the light sources too. Actually, it's just going to make it easier to place the carpet for me. So there we go. And of course, we can stick those carpets on top of the light sources. And where was that 5? It was over here, right? Oops, wrong button again. There we go. That light level 5 was over here, wasn't it? Now we've got light level 13 all throughout, except over here where, okay, that drops down to light level 9, which is a little bit concerning. There might be something we can do about that. Hold on, let's just get the carpets in first. I suppose we don't have to have light sources all the way to the door, but we definitely want red carpet all the way to the door, right? So here we go, and I suppose we'll have our desk. We'll have like a big desk at the back here, kind of like the president's desk, the presidential desk, where the three of us can sit. But let's see if we can do something about the light levels over here. So we're at light level 9. I don't actually know whether or not light will emit through a staircase. It might do. I don't know if a stair is considered a solid block, but there we go. We've got 12 light here now, and if we stick the stair over here, okay, so it actually doesn't do that. So, derp. At least I learned something in Minecraft, though, right? I suppose what we could do, though, is add a carpet underneath the windows over here, right? That could look pretty cool. So we could be pretty sneaky here, right? Just add a little bit of red carpet underneath each of the windows, and that will certainly help to add the light level. I mean, if we wanted, we could even connect the carpets up like that. That kind of makes it feel a little bit museum-y though, right? If we have like carpets going to the windows, but yeah, I think that's looking pretty sweet. Cyberdiggity dogs, I have had an epiphany. Or should I say, you guys have had an epiphany, and I have just been reminded of it. Yesterday, when I stopped recording, I was reading some of the comments from the last episode, and a ton of you guys had a really, really sweet idea, or a sweet suggestion that I would like to try out here with you. Instead of making just a boring carpet in our office, why don't we try something a little bit more creative? Why don't we make some sort of a viewing platform into the brain of the Hermitcraft Stock Exchange, or the redstone that Doc has done over here, right? And this is actually a great opportunity to make a really epic floor inside of this office without having to do anything other than just expose the genius of Doc M77 down there, right? So that could work out pretty good. I don't really know exactly how we could do this though. I guess we have to make a little bit of a lining here using the planks to make it look like we're looking down. And maybe what we're going to need to do actually is sort of line the whole thing with some red carpet, right? So instead of the carpet going straight down the middle of the room, maybe we could have the carpet doing something like this, right? Oops, that is cute but very wrong. And then maybe we could use some sort of a different type of glass instead of the clear glass, which is a little bit ugly, right? Maybe we could use some white glass or something for this. I think I've got a bunch of white glass actually. Yeah, we got some white stained glass here. Why don't we try a little bit of this? We might even use black glass for this. That could work out pretty cool. I guess we probably have to get rid of that under level of clear glass over there, right? So we can get a more clear view into it. But that could work out pretty sweet, man. What happens if we get the white glass in here? Let's just try it. We can always just hack it up with our Silk Touch pickaxe here if you don't like the way that it looks, right? But a lot of you guys suggested this, and I think one of the comments got liked a lot of times, so why don't we give it a go, man? Why don't we give it a go? That actually is pretty cool, right? I do kind of like that, although I think we probably have to work a little bit on the aesthetics. Also, is there an optical illusion here? It looks like the back of the office is kind of slanting upwards. Do you guys see that? Is that just what the freak is going on here? Oh my goodness, that is an optical illusion in Minecraft. Do you guys see that on the right-hand side, or be I tripping right now? As the moon rises gloriously in the distance, my friends, now we be cooking with gas. This place is looking absolutely awesome. I really love this idea, by the way. Thank you to all of you guys who came up with this, man. I think it's absolutely genius. I've created a much smaller little viewing platform over here. I've surrounded it with some spruce stairs also, just to make it pop out of the floor a little bit more. And we've got our carpet surrounding the entirety of the floor of the office space here too. And well, we've got light sources underneath the carpet, so there's absolutely no spawning happening over here. And well, we get to look down into Doc M77's brain if we want to. And Doc M77's brain is filled with slime blocks, redstone, and note blocks. A very disturbing place for any human being to look into. Let's be honest with ourselves, man. But yeah, the place has turned out absolutely amazing, guys. I love it, man. I think this office is beautiful. It's going to do our business proud. Hopefully, Doc and Jevs will like it. And it's taken me much longer than anticipated to do this, but I think it's been worth the hours put into it. The details and stuff look really sweet. Shall we take one final journey via Elytra and have a little bit of an aerial view of the place? Let's have a look. Can we do a little bit of flying over here? Yes, we can. Nice. Let's have a look from here. Oh, yes. Look at that. Let's try and get all the way up here onto the futuristic district. see if we can get a view from a distance. And yeah, that's kind of perfect. That's almost exactly how I envisioned it, guys. A sort of Greek Roman type building, right, with that roof and the like the indent at the front of the roof and the pillars on the outside. The only thing that I'm having a little bit of trouble with is this sort of hanging lip over here. I was going to say goodbye, but of course, as always in Minecraft, there's always something else to do. So let's do a little bit of experimenting over here. I think I still have a bit of quartz. I think this is looking a little bit strange. Maybe what we need to do is give our roof a little bit of a support pillar over here, just to complete the look of the building from afar, right? This whole thing seems to be floating a little bit. So if we did that, that might help fix it, and we'll probably need to add some stairs into it too, right? So I don't know if I'll have enough stairs for this, but we'll need to add, a little bit of a support beam at the top of this column also, just to sort of complete the look a bit, right? A little something like this. But yeah, that should actually look a lot better. Let's take another flight and look at from a distance, see if that's made any difference at all. Hopefully it has. Yeah, there we go. That definitely has that's tied the room together right there, man. That's the rug that tied the room together, baby. That's what I'm talking about, man. ReNDoG cooking with gas. Oh man, that's definitely helped a lot, and I think I just need to add some support beams at the bottom of those columns and at the top, and we'll need to extend this mountainside a little bit too. But yeah, that is the office building done, guys. I hope you like it. That means the stock exchange is pretty much ready to go, which is super exciting news. And Doc and I are getting together tomorrow to do a little bit of grind work. Of course, we have to name 10 double chests worth of paper, which is going to require an insane amount of XP. We're going to have to name 640 stacks for all of the different corporations here. And of course, we have to decide on the corporations too. Repo notice. What the freak is going on here? There is some shenanigans afoot, my dudes. I don't want to spoil anything though. So I guess we'll get into that in the next episode. For now, guys, I'm going to say goodbye, man. If you enjoyed the episode, you know what to do. You smack the like button. And if you haven't subscribed yet, well, we're about to open the Hermitcraft Stock Exchange, guys. So it's about time you hit the subscribe button so you don't miss a single second of this action that is coming up. Also, we're working on a Grand Central Station Railway network. It's going to be sweet. Thanks for watching, guys. ReNDoG, signing out.